when he got loose and hit the wall. And there's Tampa's own Aric Almirola, Richard Petty Motorsports. What I was going to ask you about is last night, Cliff Boyer was in here watching the Sprint Unlimited with us, Greg, and he was noticing a lot of it's more about the side drafting, he thought, and how blocking, even though you don't like to do it, it's part of the game, and it's going to be part of the issue, and it'll be have a major effect in the Daytona 500.
Yeah, I mean, like we've talked about, those cars create a balloon in between them. And so a guy side drafts another car, gets a little momentum. You want to get that guy behind you. So when he comes up there, he gives you a shove off. And so it's not necessarily blocking as much as it is taking advantage of the air and trying to get in front of that guy that has a little momentum. And then that is kind of blocking, but that's part of racing, and we've always done that. I mean, it's more so restricted plate racing than maybe a Michigan or a Richmond or something.
What happens, Chris, it's simple. If you block, you get in front of a guy, it slows his momentum down, and you get his momentum. So it's a win-win for you if you can pull off the move. Just think about Dale Jr. last night. He pulled right up in front of Ryan Newman. Newman gave him a big push. Around James Murray, he went for the lead. That's how you're going to have to work in order to be up front of Daytona.
And the guy behind you is just as important sometimes as the guy in front of you, just as critical.
That's why you see those guys looking in the mirror the whole time. Their eyeballs are, how much do you think you look in the mirror compared to the front window?
My eyes are screwed up for a week because I'm like...
We'll be watching the 3 and 4 and have fun out there today and through the week, and we'll see you a week from Sunday here at the Daytona 500. Greg, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, Greg Biffle in the 16 Roush Fenway Ford. Let's go back upstairs to Phil, Larry, and Mike.
Thanks, Chris. Dave Blaney went out on track, and coming up to speed, something went wrong. He drove straight to the garage. But NASCAR took the time to send their people out around, look at the track, make sure there was no fluid put down. So you've not missed a car as Aric Almirola makes his run, and he's the fastest Ford in town right now. Driving the Smithfield Ford for Richard Petty, third fastest, 46.23.
More cause for optimism for Greg Biffle.
Yeah, he was flirting with a front row. Coming off turn 4, lost a little ground here on the short straightaway, headed back to the checkered flag.
So Almirola looking forward to his 4th Daytona 500. And maybe his first top 10 finish in the great race.
You know what may have hurt that thing off of turn 4, Larry, was I think that thing spit a little water out down the backstretch on lap number 2. So that thing could have got a little bit hot. And these things get upwards of 250 degrees water temperature, and these things will nose over a little bit.
Yeah, you can see it right there. Yeah, that's the overflow, and they put a lot of tape on the nose of this car because the more tape you put over the front end opening, the more it helps the straightaway speed, so got it a little bit warm.
Kyle Larson scheduled up next, but that car is having trouble starting. So